Chevrolet in the lead, and this guy might be able to do it. Here we go, the Mad Ox, Don Maddox from Georgia.
The Mad Ox doesn't have the distance to challenge Wild Blue's lead, and Greg Cook wins it all in Hampton.
The winner in the four-wheel drive modified truck class, Greg Cook. And Greg, you've added to your lead in the 1988 Redman Series. Congratulations.
Thank you a lot, Dave.
I tell you, it was a great run. Explain what happened when you came down the track.
Well, we had the first number to pull tonight, and that was the best number to beat last night, and it paid off again tonight. We just got the luck of the draw.
Do you think the track was a little bit drier and it tended to dig up more?
Oh, yes, it definitely dig a whole lot.
Well, I tell you, these drivers are always modest on the Redman Series. He's one of the best, leading the 1988 Redman Point Series. We'll be right back with more on the Redman TNT All-American Pulling Circuit. In 1965, the first V8 engine was put in a modified dragster tractor. And since then, the sport has revolutionized into the heaviest show on wheels. Let's go now to the modified dragster tractors, the triple engine tractors, and the Allison V12. It's going to be a wild show, and here we go.
The competition in the 7200 modifieds is running hot already this year. Wayne Cook will run first tonight in Weekend Joy. Wayne will be running again in fifth position with Color Me Gone. Both super pulling rails are powered by World War II vintage Allison fighter plane engines.
Wayne Cook from Russellville, Kentucky with Weekend Joy. John Carlton on deck with the Virginia Farmer. Hang on to the V12 Allison aircraft engine.
Weekend Joy runs out of steam at 145 feet, but Wayne will have another chance with Color Me Gone.
Here's John Carlton, the Virginia Farmer from Little Plymouth, Virginia, running 3 Rodex aluminum block engines, producing around 4,500 to 5,000 horsepower. Now, at TNT Redman indoor events in the wintertime, the rules call for nothing more than 3 V8 engines in a dragster tractor chassis. On a 190-foot track, that's enough horsepower, no question about it. So the pride and joy of Virginia, no question about it, the #1 modified dragster tractor. John Carlton, here he comes. Look at him tear up the dirt. Wow. It's raining dirt here in the building. Whoa, boy.
John Carlton is the hometown favorite here in Hampton, and he showed the fans a good run. Let's go to Dave with Paul Norman in the pit area.
Paul, what are your thoughts as you get ready to make your pull?
Well, you watch each tractor run, try to determine what kind of track that you're running on, and then try to balance your tractor to suit the track. I determined to move about 30 pounds to the rear, which on this track should pick the front end up about 75 or 100 feet and then carry it on out the end of the track. Hopefully, with a good straight run, we'll be able to get it out the end.
Good luck, and let's hope you can hold it all together.
Thank you, Dave.
Paul Norman, the War Wagon from Charlotte, North Carolina, the leader in the Redman TNT All-American Point Series in the modified dragster tractor class.
This is a big weekend for Paul Norman, and War Wagon is hot. He won it last night in a 3-way pull-off.
Here comes Paul Norman, Charlotte, North Carolina. Look at him tear up the track here tonight.
Paul Norman's full pull puts the pressure on. We'll be back with more action after this. Harry Mills of Falston, Maryland is up next in one of the wilder rides here tonight. The high whine of the jet turbine is a sound the fans identify instantly as one to go. No other tractor sounds quite like it, and certainly no other modified can match these special effects. A good run for Gary Mills. Not good enough for a pull-off, but his part of the show ain't over yet. Wayne Cook is up again, this time in Color Me Gone. Wayne Cook has trouble keeping it between the lines and comes up short at 147.92 feet.
Here comes Bob Elliott out of Mayfield, Kentucky with the Fancy Farmer. Somewhere about 5,500 horsepower. He'll burn 13 gallons of alcohol from the time he leaves the line till the time he gets to the other end. Watch the superchargers open up. Here he goes.
Fred Freeman is getting a helping hand from Ken Lamont as they fire up the Mean Mistreater.
Gentlemen, here's the man that's currently number 3 in the red man TNT point standing. Fred Freeman from Waysville, Indiana. Running 3,454 Iron Block Chevrolet. The track is ready. He needs a full pull to make it a 4-way pull-off.
Any time burying this throttle, Fred Freeman?
No, Dave, that's why they call me Fast Freddy, I think.
We've got 4 in the pull-off. This is going to be a knockdown, drag-out battle.
Yes, they're all 3 real good competitors, and I'm not counting myself out yet.
All right, now you've been cool, calm, and collected, and you haven't been telling us anything that you don't want anybody else to know. What are you going to do in the pull-off? I'm going to ask it one more time.
I'm not going to change anything. I like first time.
All right, now, do you think pulling last in the pull-off is going to hurt you at all?
No, it'll probably be an advantage.
Why?
Well, I'll get to watch what everybody else does.
You don't think the track will deteriorate that much?
No, I believe the track's good enough. It'll stay there.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, Dave.
Paul Norman and War Wagon. Robert Elliott and Fancy Farmer. John Powell and Mr. Budweiser. Fast Freddie Freeman and Mean Mistreater. They're ready, and so are the fans. We'll have the pull-off when we return.
Down to the nitty and gritty. We've got 4 in the pull-off here in the modified dragster tractor class from Hampton, Virginia. The crowd is really coming alive. They love horsepower here in southeastern Virginia, and here we go. Horsepower galore. The pull-off in the modified dragster tractor. The all-pro War Wagon, Paul Norman, finished number 3 in a prior class here in Hampton. Now these engines are $30,000 apiece. He's looking at $90,000 in engines alone. The whole tractor costs about $130,000 to build. He's the professional puller, sponsored by All Pro Auto Parts. He's currently #1 on the Red Man